Hey Joe, how's it going? I just finished third chemo yesterday and I've been okay, but not fun. So I just decided to goof off today and take it easy, and but I don't have enough energy for anything. So I'm supposed to go to work this afternoon, and I'm just trying to see if I can go to work or not. So just walk on the bike and check the feeling, and then I'll decide maybe by 3:30, and then just go by the office. So anyway, I'll just be talking to you. So just don't watch. I haven't been doing much of anything for the bike, so I am not sure if I can do this or not. This is so ridiculous. Anyway, how you doing? Are you feeling better? I think it's been like almost a month after your surgery. So hope you are feeling better. In general, in my case, I'm assuming the chemo is going well, and then I had a shortness of breath last weekend. It's getting worse, so I decided to visit not the emergency, urgent care, and then the urgent care doctor, of course, doesn't know much about it, and since it's the first time to meet, and she did her best, but she couldn't find out why, so she suggested me to visit cardiologist or the ER. So I just came home and let it go. So that's my survival skill now. So, and in the end, it seems like it was getting better. So I thought it was okay. I didn't do much, and yesterday the chemo, it was okay, but I wasn't feeling well from the beginning, and when I woke up it was tired already, and then I had some other feelings besides fatigue. I had some headaches and couldn't get up of the bed, and some other symptoms, which could be a normal side effect. But so I wasn't feeling well, but I went, and then chemo finished, and that was pretty much it. And then I came back home about 4:30, and I lay down on the couch. When I noticed it was like 8 o'clock, my wife was she fixed the supper, and I was ready to eat, but I couldn't get up. So it was pretty surprising to me. Well, I've never been this tired before. And then, hold on. Look at this. You see? So this is the result of the, what do you call, tubeless setup. I will never do this. First 3 months, I was pumping the air every week, and it was okay. And then it was getting flat, and I let it sit for a month, and then the sealant became bad, as you mentioned before. So, but this is, as a setup, I mean, as an experience, and this is one of the setups I've never done. So I would say it was good experience. So I know I will never do this, right? But yeah, I guess it's not fun. Plus, this is the carbon wheel, so I was worried about getting scratched. So I tried to avoid to replace the tire, and now I have to do this. I was thinking to bring it to the shop and then ask Alex to do it, but I even didn't have the energy to go to the bike shop and talk to him. Once I visit, it'll be like 20-30 minutes talk, right? I don't have enough energy, so just do it myself. So anyway, after I came back home, I was feeling pretty tired, and when I noticed second time, it was after midnight. So, but I was pretty hungry, and I decided to eat something. But I don't know if you liked it or not. Maybe you don't like it. Eel, the fish, it's one of the foods, I guess Japanese foods, which gives you the stamina. So she prepared that for dinner, and I was gonna eat it, but I just had a rice and some seaweed and fish, and that's it. And that was enough for me for the dinner. Then I went to bed again, got up about 9:30 this morning, total fatigue. And I'm assuming this is the accumulation of the medicine. So more I get chemo, it gets accumulated in the body, and it gets harder for some people, and feels like a very fatigue. So I finally started feeling that. Oh, by the way, mister, I have a question for you. So this is the leftover sealant. Now it looks like just a regular glue in the tire. I guess I have to use the ChatGPT to ask this question. But how could I get rid of this? Should I clean it, or just put the tube inside of the tire and then install it? That's normally, I'm not sure. And it seems like, wow, Alex did a good job, and almost like no resistance. They got it up. So this is pretty cool. Nice. So now I requested the UC doctor, the cancer specialist, to take me over into UC system, and for me to become his official patient, so I don't have to have any more struggle with Sada Health, my current oncologist. So that's what I'm waiting for now. And once I guess I'm officially into it, then there are many other options available. That's what it sounded like. So I guess I what is the best way to say? I started having some feelings about the life in general, especially like after second chemo. It gets like I get more tired, and then started losing or kind of losing focusing things, and it's difficult. Even though I'm working and concentrate on things, my I guess the time I can concentrate on the project is used to be an hour, now 30 minutes or shorter. So only when I'm feeling good, right after I wake up, like in the morning, 6, 7 o'clock, and then I start working. And then I somehow have tendency to forget many things. Some people say this is the side effect from chemo, but I'm not sure. It's just part of my aging, or I don't know. But I'm just trying to accept everything for as much as possible and try to stay calm and not to get irritated or being aggravated. So emotionally, I try to be stable. It's one of the key things, and that's pretty much my core. So I try to keep it as much as possible. But seems like the situation is getting a little tougher. By the time, I guess, more chemo or more treatment, the farther I go or deeper I go, I have a feeling it'll be getting harder. And the other thing is, my doctor, Sada Health, oncologist, mentioned the expectancy of life, right? And at the very beginning of treatment, like sometimes in April, like early April, mid-April, of course I was feeling fine, no symptoms, and I was feeling okay. So I was smiling and kind of cheering, and everything was fine. So take it easy mode. But by the time this treatment was going further, I started thinking about the life expectancy. So in general, stage 4 lung cancer survival ratio is after 5 years, it's 5%. And I was told my expectancy of life is 2 years. So this is the first year. So 2028, sometimes in the springtime, that's the general expectancy of life. And if I think about it, and then many things come up to me. So, and I just try to think like what I should do or what I can do type of thing, which I never thought about. And emotionally, it gets a little tougher, but I try to stay calm, and the best way is to be concentrating on something else like work. It's like breaking up with the girlfriend or getting divorced. The time will solve, right? So that was my approach, and and I try not to think about it, but this is a little different. So even though time may solve, but that means I'm going to die. So yeah, that's a little different approach this time, and it's difficult, and how I deal with it. So yeah, this is something I'm not struggling, but I started thinking about it. Oh, look at this. So yeah, I never thought about it. I was gonna be getting cancer at this age. Never thought about anything. The life may be ending a little sooner than expected, but who knows? And people around me say, or find doctor, UCSF, or somebody will find out the extension of life, so everything will be fine, and I can live for 10, 15 years. I understand that, I appreciate it, but to be honest, who knows, right? So yeah, I would like to live a little longer. So as a realistic option, I set the goal. My first goal is to live until 60 years old. So that's my first goal. If I make it, I'll be happy. And next goal, I don't know. By that time, there may be new medicine, and cancer may be completely cured, which may not be fun either. Huh? if I'm healthy and then have enough financially enough supported, and then have a long life, that's great. But if some of those are missing, and having a long life, it's kind of living in hell. Huh? That's my imagination. But anyway, my current goal is to live up until 60 years old. But before then, the Sada doctors, I guess, mentioned what's 2 years. So 57 years old birthday, no, 58 years old birthday is my first goal. And I hope I can see that. But yeah, I still don't have any tears, or I don't cry. Just still, I'm looking at this as if it's happening to my friend or somebody, not me. So, but I can also think, because I'm not getting any real symptom. So if I start getting cough or hard to breathe and shit like that happens often, then I guess my mind will be changed again. So yeah, I just try to be flexible, and I'll go with the flow. And now I know, really and truly, there are things which you cannot resist, and you cannot do anything about it. All you can do is wait or go with the flow. Now I'm feeling it. So yeah, this is how I'm feeling. Oh boy. No more tubulus. Okay, so if you're an avid rider, this is a great setup. And I wonder, you still have to add sealant every few months or every year, I guess. This is all dried up. So, yeah, this is like, I shouldn't say this, I guess. But this is like a beautiful lady. Comes with high maintenance cost. It's a beautiful bike and beautiful tire. All the high-end setup. It's costing a lot. It's super high-end. So yeah. So by the way, I started thinking to visit Salt Lake City, and once I get better, not better, once I get the break, I think. Easy Doctor will give me a break for a few months or so. And if my condition is okay, or to allow biking, then I want to go by Southern Utah and then bike. I want to bring my bike. So anyway, hey, this is pain in the ass, really. You gotta remove all these leftover sealants. It sucks ass. It's not fun. Yep. Keyless, maybe great setup, but I like using two. Old fashioned is fine. This is not my style. So regarding the Bianchi, it's hanging on the ceiling. I took it out the other day and still nicely running, so it's pretty good, thank you. And old man mountain bottle, it's fine too. So anyway, also I decided to go back to Japan in November. So my plan is to go to New York to see my friends, and then state of Maine, Portland, in the end of September through mid-October this year. And then come back home, take maybe 2 weeks, take it easy and prepare for another trip. And then I go back to Japan, and I want to see a couple of people that I want to say hi. And just in case, if 2 years prognosis was true, then I want to say bye to some of my friends. So that's my plan. And then I'm not sure how long I will be in Japan, but maybe at least 2 months, so November, December. And then I'm pretty sure my parents will say, just stay longer, right? I talk to them every week or so, and then I can tell my mom wants me to stay home in Japan. So I'm not sure if they're really thinking of this or not, but they could be, or they may be thinking, if I die, and then they want me to die in Japan, right? So I think about it for that part now often, but I really haven't decided yet, because it's not my plan yet. I know I'm gonna die sometimes, but I have not really thought about dying soon. So This is the difficult part. After what, 30, no, 36 years in the US, I'm not, I'm sure I'm still Japanese, but it's difficult to think which is my home country. I have a lot of friends here, and I know how things work here and how to make living here. And so this is the difficult part, and I haven't decided yet. If I think about my graveyard where I want to be, which is in the Pacific Ocean, so I don't think it's a big deal, but I guess it's a pretty big deal for my parents. This is one of my big regrets. One of my good friends told me right before she died, and her biggest regret was to die before her parents, and I do feel the same. So in order to avoid that, I want to continue the treatment as much as possible. Yeah, once I think about it, it gets tough, and emotionally tough too. So I'm still trying not to think about it. But some people, like a real professional, mental health person at the Kimo Cancer Center, said, think about those extreme plans while your mind is normally working and not being ill. So it's like riding the wheel, and just try to do it while I can do it. So I guess sooner or later I will start doing that, and we'll see how it goes. But yeah, this is difficult. Everything is difficult if I were not planned. Oh, this is lots of sealant. I could imagine if you are professionally riding, this must be a real good setup. It's pretty fun, no leak. Yeah, this is beautifully done. Yeah. Yep. I can tell. So, I was going to ask you if you are riding quite a bit or not yet. I really miss biking. I can only walk every day, which is fine. I'm still mobile, but it's not as fun as riding. So yeah, hopefully I can ride every day again and have fun. I'm tired. It's just been 30 minutes for this just goofing off, and I'm tired. So anyway, I'll take it easy, and I'll talk to you when I'm feeling good or better. I always try to call you, but it has to be the timing. I'm feeling good and I'm able to talk and respond to the conversation. That's pretty tough. Anyway, I will just talk to you very soon. Okay, bye boss.